Hello and welcome once again to your very own Skylark Education Systems official YouTube channel. Myself Vikram Arora. Today I have with me some selected bunch of Skylark students, and we are going to have their opinions on how the life is going to be once this unprecedented coronavirus pandemic ends. Fingers crossed for that. So you might be surprised, that I want the opinions of school and college going students instead of the experts available in the market. So why should we go for the experts? We are having their opinions every day and nothing is changing. So these guys, when it comes to our own Skylark kids, remember one thing, they cannot be taken lightly at all. They are really going to give even the experts a nose bleeding competition. So let's check out their opinions one by one and let's see what they feel about the life to be in the coming months once this coronavirus ends and how it is going to impact our everyday life. So people are literally in their own big boss ka ghar for the last 80 days now. Big deal. They might have been mentally drained out, So let's see what our Skylark champs have to say on this, what sort of repercussions this torrid time is going to have on the mental and emotional health. Let's see.
Teary eyes, fearful hearts. I am Anshika Jain, 11th Skylark student. I think COVID-19 is going to take a toll on the mental health of the people, as people have been here sitting at homes for a very long time and have been thinking so much. I guess it will lead to them falling in depression as they have been fighting between life and work. They are confused whether to go at work or sit at home and save their lives. So I think after COVID they will be left jobless, and they're still jobless. So that will lead to the mental depression to them, and it will lead to a huge pressure and economical crisis, and also it will take a toll on the students' life as they're sitting at home, having an online study classes, watching videos, and sitting in the same environment as is irritating them to a whole new level. And when the institutions will open and they will be allowed to go outside, the fear will take over. The parents will be the parents will be scared whether we should send our students to study or we should make them sit at home. The people will take time to get over the fact that this is over, the COVID is over. They will still have that fear that maybe the student might catch the infection, or they are worried for their loved ones. So I guess the world will fight it very soon and we will get over it. And I hope no one falls in the mental depression. Thank you.
Good evening everyone, I am Soumya of class 12th, a student of Skylark. The post-epidemic stage will see the emergence of new human beings whose preferences and decision making will be different from what it was before the COVID-19 break. People are no longer fickle, they are coherent and clever-eyed. Their health is their main priority nowadays, and people started to become the best version of themselves, and the most vital tool in the value-based toolbox is self-reflection. People started to clear out noises and distractions so that they can have a better look at themselves. And folks these days are making outstripping investments are not only about money, but they are also about achieving goals. People are achieving goals by investing in themselves and becoming the better version of themselves. Thank you.
Guys, during this lockdown, indoor games like Ludo, Trade, Carrom board sold like hotcakes. Families spend time together during thick and thin. Is this the time to learn the old Indian art of living? Let's find out what our Skylark kids think.
Good evening. My name is Harsh Rakesh Arora and I am a class 10 Skylark kid. Today, I'll be presenting my views on the art of living in post-COVID era. One change that I expect the most to be part of human lives in post-COVID era is the change in our perceptions, our attitudes, our lifestyles, the way we live, or simply in the art of living. During this period of minimized movement of people, nature has got a well-deserved breathing space. Never ever we saw the seamless skies that we can binge watching these days. I swear, never ever did I see so many stars in the sky that I can have a glimpse of these days. The news of animals roaming free, flowers blooming, and rivers oozing brings joy to the life. Never ever did I realize the joy of traditional games played on rooftop with my siblings and cousins. Never ever did I relish so much taste of homemade traditional dishes and sweets. Never ever did I realize that quality time is not what I expect to be hanging around with my friends in the shopping mall, but while watching retro TV shows with my family. Never ever did I realize that less is more when you share and care. The pandemic has transformed our perception of nature. Stay-at-home orders have made us more receptive to the nature, our traditions, and have bound us more to our near and dear ones. Now is the time to harness the power behind these feelings. It's time to realize what Gandhiji had once said: there's enough for everyone's need, but not for anyone's greed. This is an amazing opportunity to unlearn, relearn, and to test our capabilities and our value systems. Otherwise, nature may strike and may strike even worse. Thank you.
A very good and warm evening to everyone. Myself Harshita Gupta and I am a Skylarkian. All of us are aware that a life-threatening virus has set foot on the world, the infamous coronavirus. Presently, all of us are fighting against the virus, but what would happen after the virus gets finished, and what would be its impact in future? I mean, what turn the life would take after COVID-19? Everyone knows that several changes would occur in business, trade, tourism, and more. But what would be the impact on our habits? Do we need to change them to be safe? Well, I think in this, Indians are blessed because our Indian culture would teach us how to be safe from coronavirus. Now, our Indian old tradition tells us that we need to wash our hands before everything. And also, it has told us that instead of doing handshake, we do namaste to everyone. In this phase of COVID-19, people would prefer cleaner food, not cheaper. No matter how clean the restaurants are, even then you would be having some doubt in your mind that is it safe to eat it? Now, so this time no risk could be taken and homemade food would be more preferable, hygienic and safe too. The game of time would be such that the people will have to change their habits to be safe in this pandemic time. That's pretty much I wanted to say. Thank you.
Will public transport be safe? Can we hire a cab without any fear of contamination? There are various doubts. Let's clear them in one stroke from our very own Skylarkian.
Post-COVID-19 pandemic, the consumer preferences will be more towards the personal hygiene, individual health and cleanliness. And they will think of buying their personal cars, and by saying a big no to public transport or carpooling, I would say that due to financial obstacles, there may be a problem, or there is expected that there will be an increased demand of used vehicles for next 3 to 6 months, or people will prefer car loans. But I am damn sure that people will switch towards personal vehicles, as this fear of virus cannot let them to go in public transport. In nutshell, I can say that there will be a significant changes in the buying behavior of the consumers, And post COVID-19 pandemic, the automobile industry will be going to face a huge, significant financial burden and a greater degrowth rate.
Friends, people might complain why I'm so cheerful. I mean, it's havoc outside, you know. True. But what is the point being sorrowful? We have nothing in our hands. That which cannot be cured must be endured. But we certainly can safeguard ourselves by maintaining discipline in our life. Moving on, let's see how this COVID-19 is going to change the face of tourism industry across the world. Here we are.
A warm good evening to everyone. Today I, Priyanshi Jain of class 12th, will enlighten you with few of my thoughts on the after effects of the COVID-19 with respect to the tourism. The world outbreak of the COVID-19 has brought the world to a standstill. Tourism, one of the biggest and fastest growing sector, has contributed to the economic growth. This has passed the industry and resulted in the travel restrictions and slump in the demand amongst the travelers. Many countries have imposed regional quarantines and entry bans, leading to the global restriction. After effects in the travel industry would be in decrease of the travel budgets, as most of the summer holiday booking have been cancelled. Government has prioritized public health and introduced complete or partial closure of borders. It has a big jolt to the daily wagers and difficulty in obtaining visas of the countries which has a massively affected by the COVID.
Guys, online education is the new in. Various digital platforms have come to fore. Even if we are going great guns, delivering our classes along with our team of teachers here at Skylark Education System, slowly but steadily, we have got used to this trend. What should be the face of education in the coming months? Need to know this from our experts from Skylark Education System.
Hello everyone, I am Riya Jain, a 10th class Skylark. Everyone knows that COVID-19 has changed people's way of living. But what about the changes that will occur after the pandemic will be over? Let's talk about some changes that will occur in our education system. After this pandemic will be over, our education system will be not that smooth as it was before. It will become much more challenging now. Even after this pandemic will be gone from our country, parents' love and care for their children will not allow them to send their children to school. Parents will be extremely afraid that their children might fall a prey for coronavirus. Also, the children have lost social interaction with their teachers as online classes do not provide that authenticity as compared to real-time classes. Also, some silly students who are not taking their online classes seriously or not attending them are going to suffer badly.
Good evening and namaste everyone. I am Kanak of class 10th and a proud Skylarker. Corona pandemic has devastated the style of living. The way of teaching has changed from traditional to modern methods, from face-to-face interactions to recorded audios and videos. Children are way more smarter, turn off their videos and make flimsy excuses. In the traditional way, the teachers used to get a clue or hint whether the topic is clear or not from the expressions of children. But in this type of education, it is not at all clear and becomes problematic for the teachers. In my opinion, these schools should be shut for a longer time, and this academic year should be repeated so that this time can be devoted for the health care, not for the education, as children are the future of India. Thank you.
Guys, there have been a hub of memes during this phase. Especially every single marriage happening in this country has come into limelight, you know. Mask chadai ki rasam. बारातियों का स्वागत हम सैनिटाइजर से करेंगे. The list is endless, you know. This one institution called marriage is going to be lot trendy and funny in the months to come. Let's find it out from our Skylark student. Here we are.
Hi, I am Karthik Gambhir, a 10th class Skylark student, and today my topic is post-corona effects on wedding. Post-corona weddings will have cutting down guest lists and hosting weddings in hometown to opting for broadcasting the celebration online. There might be a certificate of health and safety for venues to ensure that it lays under the safety guidelines. Sanitization of venues will be a very big factor before finding the venue. Immunity boost food section might become a very big choice to have a buffet spread like Jen's section. The rules of the game have changed and the maximum number of the guests allowed will not be more than 50. So while the parents of the bride and groom get busy in cutting down the original guest list, the bride and grooms are picking up their last minute accessories. The face shields and masks will be the new trending wedding accessories. There could be a definite decrease in the average money used on weddings in the terms of decorations and may direct towards the health and safety measures. Thank you.
Friends, all across the globe, the researchers are sweating it out to find novel ways to combat this novel coronavirus. Various new discoveries have been made. Is this the start of a new era? How this situation made various countries self-reliant? Let's check it out.
Though the coronavirus pandemic has created a lot of destruction and distress throughout the world, but we should keep in our mind that after the hard times, there's always a time to shine. Hello everyone, today I, Pooja Bhadra, a student of class 12, wants to share my views about the development of different countries related to their medical aspects and their self-reliance. We are all aware of how the medical staffs and the authorities throughout the world are working hard in order to make the vaccine for the novel coronavirus. But in this situation, there are many countries which have proved their self-reliance and their interdependence. India, a country known throughout the world for its famous tourist destinations, culture and tradition, has proved its medical potential by working along with the most powerful nations of the world and treating Prince Charles using the ancient Ayurvedic methods. Not only India, but there are many other developing countries like Taiwan and South Korea which has also set a role model but how the country's medical staff carved the situation. We should remember that coronavirus is just a phase which we all have to face together.
हाथ लगातार धोते रहें, रोज नहाएं, रोज कपड़े चेंज करें, सैनिटाइजर हमेशा साथ रखें, घर में और ऑफिस में साफ सफाई का ध्यान रखें. The idea is very plain and simple. These things will keep corona at bay. Let's find out more about personal hygiene from a very junior Skylark student.
Hello everyone, I am Niyati Jain of class 9 and today I am here to present my views on personal hygiene in the context of life after COVID-19. So here it goes. People have to avoid touching their nose, eyes and mouth. They would be smart enough not to cough or sneeze into their hands and keep their distance. Everyone should wash their hands after every couple of hours. People must be cleaning around their home and disinfect the high-touch surfaces. Everyone, especially children, ought to wash their hands before and after meals. If we follow all these rules, then such a virus can never strike us again. We all must remember that unity is strength. At last, I would like to end with a famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi which says that it is health which is real wealth and not coins of gold and silver. Thank you. Have an enjoyable day ahead.
Advices are too many. Changes are going to be in plenty. But the million-dollar question is whether there be adaptability and acceptability towards these changes as far as India is concerned. At the end of the day, we are Indians. Let's see what Indians are going to behave in the time to come.
Okay, so hi, this is Shefali Jain. I'm a graduate student. I have been in Skylark for like 4 years, and I have been student of Vikram sir since class 9th. So if we talk about acceptability and adaptability in India, first of all we have to talk about the population. India has an explosion of population. When we talk about illiteracy rate, we have a illiteracy rate of 25.96%, out of which we are not at all aware about the health safety, health safety equipments. Talk about sanitizer, talk about masks. There are still many people who are not using masks and sanitizers even during COVID-19. How can we expect people like us who are still not aware will be taking care after the COVID ends? I don't think that people will be taking care of these such measures after the era of COVID. We out of the whole population, 2/3 of population lives under poverty. We are talk about social distancing. If we talk about social distancing, we cannot just do that. Talk about Chandni Chowk, such busy market. Talk about Dharavi, Mumbai. Therein people people pay 25 rupees per night just to sleep. They do not have access to clean toilets. They have to use public toilets every time. And I do not think in such a country, I don't think social distancing can take place. Talk about metros, talk about buses. The government is saying that we will make only 20 people sit in the 50-seat buses. Okay, which is not possible in India, where we just get into the buses of 30 seat. In a 30-seat bus, we are 70 people in there. So I don't think people in India will be able to accept the changes. I don't think, because this COVID-19 pandemic will leave the economy of India shaken, and to accept the measures and adapt the measures, we also need money. And I don't think that we will be in such a situation to buy sanitizers, buy masks every time. Every now and then India has been facing poverty. So I don't think that India will be able to accept and adapt the changes.
That's all from our side, guys. Hope you all like this effort. So it's a humble request to make this effort reach to many people. So please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.